Hi, good evening. Everything's the wrong way around. Um, Hope you're well. I want to just talk about cravings, alcohol cravings, and how you get over them, really. Because you will get cravings when you stop. Everyone does, for whatever reason. Because it's been part of your life, isn't it? Drinking for such a long time, and you don't realise how bad it is until it gets really bad. And sometimes you're too far gone to do anything about it. Lots of people die of alcohol-related disease or illness, I should say, and associated things. Because it's not just the liver that gets diseased. It's a lot of things. It could be pancreas. It could be a lot of cases high blood pressure causes problems, and get strokes, heart attacks, that sort of thing. People get depressed as well with alcohol. So cravings must be dealt with. It's as simple as that, and it's not that easy. So anybody want to comment, please do, about how they deal with them, because we've all got different ways. And I didn't really have the craving for the buzz, as it were. I had the craving for slow my mind down. I want something to slow my mind down. A lot of us drink to calm the mind. Hello, Silver. How you doing? Nice to see you. Calm the mind. That's a major one for me. And it was like, what am I going to use to settle down? Very much overthinkers, alcoholics. Very much overthinkers. Worry. Worriedy Willy, my mother used to call me. I'm a dad friend, but he doesn't drink much. But worry too much, overthink. People please sometimes. Don't laugh for ourselves. Get an emotional mess. It's used for a number of things, isn't it? But certainly cravings are dangerous because they can lead to relapse. In my view, relapse is the major problem here, because relapse is going to take you down into a whole new world of trouble, isn't it? Once you relapse, then you're back on it, and every time you do that, you get the kindling effect, and it's hard to come off it again. And people need to realise that, because every time I relapsed, every withdrawal or coming off it again was worse. It takes its toll, relapse, it really does. And it gets worse and worse with time, and you don't ever recover from that, really, in a way. I don't think there's any sort of cure for alcoholism. I think you're always going to be an alcoholic. But I think you'll manage it if you want to. You've got to be really strong. You've got to be really strong, and you've got to want to do that. And you've got to focus on, um, how you're going to deal with life without the booze. You know, how you're going to deal with things that go on your daily life. Well, we haven't got the booze to rely on. Really, a lot of people use it, don't they? It's stress relief. They think it relaxes them. It does in some cases initially when you're younger, and then when you get a bit older, things start to break down a bit in your life. But one of the things that I used to do with cravings really wasn't. I used to try and focus on something else, but it's difficult. I think the big thing is a lot of time people get bored and they've got nothing else to do, nothing else to think about. And it's hard to try and divert your thoughts to something else, because drinking is a massive habit for a lot of people, isn't it? It's everywhere in society. And people drink on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on. And for any occasion, people drink, don't they? They all have a drink. If I ever meet anybody I haven't seen for years, they'll say, fancy a pint. It's a sort of British thing to do, isn't it? We're in Britain, a lot of us are at the moment. There's people here from all over the world, but it seems to be, like I said, we use this word in every part of society. And there's more opportunity to drink than there ever was. The drinks are getting stronger, aren't they? Stronger drinks, more disease. Women particularly are at risk because their livers aren't as robust as men's. And there's been a horrendous increase in liver disease deaths in women because of the way that women drink more. It's as simple as that than they did years ago. A lot of people put on weight now, they've got diabetes problems, the NHS is in a total mess. It doesn't all start with alcohol, but alcohol doesn't do things any good. And when you're drinking heavily, then you neglect other parts of your health. You don't look after yourself properly because all you're focusing on is getting another drink, isn't it? You don't care about anything else. And all you're looking at is getting more booze. More and more booze. And that becomes a cycle, repeat cycle. And you get anxiety, and then you drink because of the anxiety, and you think it's going to calm you down, give you a bit of a hit. It will initially, but as time goes on, then it just, and you're left in this horrendous cycle or loop of waking up, panicking, feeling terrible, really bad. Hi, Simon. Evening, Steve. No nipple tassels and carbohydrate. No, I did try and get some today, but they're sold out to another channel guy. I can't remember his name now. He's bought them all. But it's coming. There will be a surprise before the end of March. Hope you're well. Nice to see you. MJ, evening, Stephen. I went to a funeral of a friend this week. He was 42, leaving behind a young family. The eulogy hinted at his drinking starting during lockdown. Do you think it's played a big role? It has, MJ. I speak to a couple of doctors. One's a friend of mine, retired now. He was basically saying that people are still doing the work from home thing. And he felt a bit rough, on Monday. I suppose the thing you could do if you're working from home, you just have over the ball, couldn't you? Have a bit of a livener. When you start having live now, as Samara calls it, an equaliser, when you're feeling rough, you have another drink. I think that can lead to a lot of problems. I think the lockdown had a massive effect. Also, alcoholic hepatitis was massively increased, which is moderate to heavy drinkers hitting it harder. Like I say, maybe you have a heavy weekend and you go to work, pull yourself together a bit, cut down. During lockdown, it was just a question of people drinking all the time, wasn't it? They didn't have to go to work. You just sit here and have a drink, couldn't you? Drink a bottle of vodka, whatever you want. I missed all of that because I was in that hospital, would you believe, during that time. I was ill in October, November of 2019, really ill. And that's when COVID started, more or less, 2020, wasn't it? And I was in that hospital for 2 years. But yeah, I think it's had a massive effect. And it's never really recovered, to be fair, because a lot of companies still have people working from home the majority of the time, don't they? But 42, what a waste of a life. Because, like I said earlier, it doesn't just affect the liver. It can cause pancreatitis, it can cause heart problems, strokes, and lead to suicide through depression, accidents as well. We all think we're Jack the Lad or Mrs. Marvelous when we're drinking. So a woman tries to swim a river, gets into difficulty and drowns, The amount of people have died in York, falling into the canal and sort of the river, all that sort of thing. Lots of accidents. I mean, most of the crime I dealt with in London was not alcohol related as such, but there was an element of it there, especially domestics when I worked in South London. Burglars always have a bit of a hit for something, whether it's a bit of sniff or a drink. You don't just go and burgle somebody's house totally stone cold sober, do you? So it has a massive effect on society. It really does. I think I'd like to talk about cravings and how you deal with them, really. So, yes, I think lockdown turned problem drinkers into full-time alcoholics. Yeah, I think you're right. I've said heavy, and then you falling off the cliff, aren't you? Turn problem drinkers into full-time alcoholics, speeding up the procedure through isolated drinking. Definitely, that's a good comment. That's one. Isolated drinking. When you drink in isolation, you don't know how much you're drinking, do you? You go to the pub, you've had 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 pints. In the house, you just, in the end, I was just drinking to feel normal. I didn't feel normal, but you know what I'm saying. You don't know how much you've had. There's no meter on you, is there? Well, the pub at least you throw you out at some point. I agree with that. Isolated drinking. Martin, I have known many very heavy drinkers, and most I knew generally got a lot worse. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Mark, hi everybody, and how do you, Mark? It's definitely had an impact. But when you look at the figures for the last 20 years, it's still problems. I mean, there was a spike during COVID, but over the years, alcohol-related deaths have increased generally over the last 50 years. So there's a trend there. But an alarming thing I found out when I was the Royal Victorian Infirmary, speaking to a specialist nurse there, and I was getting on the alcohol team, she said that cirrhosis is presenting in much younger people. because of the strength of the drinks, which is interesting, isn't it? But it's tragic, really, but you know what I'm saying. Because when I drank, it was 3.5%. Was a volume of a glass of beer, a pint of beer. Now, this Western cider and other types of, beer, cider are 7, 8%, aren't they? Especially the European ones. Lizzie, how you? Nice to see you, Lizzie. Hope you're well. So you've got to take that into consideration. A lot of people dying still of alcohol-related diseases, and as I mentioned, heart attacks, all that sort of thing. So when you get the cravings, I mean, it's been pointed out to me for what people do really is to maybe have a cold shower, go for a walk, try and get your mind off it, eat something. Because often you drink when you've had nothing to eat, it makes it worse, doesn't it? Try and eat something because you've got to stave off these cravings for at least half an hour, just get over that feeling. And if you can stay sober, then you're winning, aren't you? Get over that thought, concentrate on something else. It's very difficult. Don't get me wrong, it's not easy. Hey, okay, how are you doing, Evening Steve? How's things? Mate, all good. Thanks very much. Hope you're okay. Mark, I've elevated levels of bilirubin in my liver, and I'm off booze 16 years. Must have drank the life out of it. I did actually. On me, but my blood seems to be all right. Could be somebody else's causing that bilirubin level. Worth getting it checked, obviously. Stoic, good evening, Steve. Mods in chat. Nice to see you, Stoic. Hope you're well. Yeah, I would have a look. Speak to the doctor about that bilirubin. That's how you pronounce it. Mine was sky high when I was ill, obviously. But it didn't show until I was very ill, I was going to Wellman clinics and I was having normal blood tests. And then I had all the issues after that. It's called the silent killer in a lot of other fields, because you don't know you've got it until you've got major symptoms, really, to be fair. It's the ascites and, the liver failure, basically. There was liver failure. So you've got to be very careful. Martin, I wonder what he figures. What the figures are for drinking drugs-related cirrhosis. Surely it's a far faster decline. That's what it would be. Yeah, I mean, I only know the drink ones. Not sure about the drug. The two combined won't help. Also, smoking damages the liver as well. So the two combined is a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? Total nightmare. Horrendous, really. Trigger, hello, Stephen and everybody. Wishing you all a happy and sober evening. Yeah, thanks, Trigger. Isn't it nice to wake up on a Saturday and be sober? And then a Monday. Chris, did you attend AA meetings? I went to 2. Met some folk in there. I thought the stories were a little bit wild. Religious aspect of the 12-step thing didn't really resonate with me. I wanted some medication and some, serious help, really, to be fair. I think it's a good place for people to connect, though, and for people to chat and all that sort of thing. But I don't think, I don't think it does everybody good. I think it does a lot of people good. But it's worth attending if it's going to keep you off. That's the thing. Samana, I actually think the current political climate, the current world events play on people's mental health and anxiety, which could turn non-drinkers into having a tipple because they're pissed off. Definitely, yeah. Society, recession, AI, wars, all that sort of. Samantha, how you doing? Nice to see you, son. Hope you're good. The whole of society is changing, isn't it? So you've got, if you are a problem drinker, you've got to know how to dodge these cravings. Like I said, have something to eat, have a cold shower, take your mind of it. But like I said, it's not that easy. Because if you do relapse, you've got to try and get back sober as quick as possible. And every time you do it, it's going to take you longer. It's going to be harder and more difficult to get sober again. That's the issue, isn't it? Okay, I think the problem with AA is you never truly break away from being an alcoholic. If that's then still kind of your own identity kind of thing. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's pushed down your throat a little bit, isn't it? I suppose. Garen, good evening. How are you doing, Garen? Chris, do you think drinking non-alcoholic drinks could trigger you? It hasn't triggered me. No. It does some people, so stay well clear if there's any danger of that, but I'd certainly fill the gap for me. Urban asked, hello from a rainy BC coast. Hope you're well, Urban. Where is BC exactly? I know you're overseas, but I'm not sure where BC is. Nice to see you back on here. If you'd like to support the channel, then please do. Super chat button's in there. The coffee link is on the right there. These lives aren't monetized anymore. I think it flows better because there's no adverts. I hope you agree with that. But if you support us, then we can get more people alcohol free. And that's the message, isn't it? That's the mission, I suppose. Save a few more lives, which is fantastic, isn't it? British Columbia, got you. Fantastic. Hello, Macaroni. Hope you're well. The cravings, you've got to stop them if you can before they take over, because it's this voice in your head, isn't it? I think just have one. One of the most dangerous times, I think, with alcohol is when you're feeling really good and you think, "Oh, I'm feeling good, feeling fitter now. You're eating properly. I'm all right financially. I feel quite steady. I'll just try one," because we want to get back to that state of being social again, when we used to enjoy it. We all enjoyed it at some point, otherwise we wouldn't have done it. And this trigger of going back to it, you see, keep away from the pubs if you can. They used to go and keep away from the people you used to mix with. It sounds quite harsh, this, but you have to look after your health. You're the only person who can do this. I can't do it for you. I'll help you, but you've got to ultimately want to be sober yourself. Um, Trinka, hey, Urban, nice to see you. I hope you're still doing great. Urban, the province of British Columbia, Canada. Canada, fantastic. Be wonderful summer there, though, I imagine. Dennis, good evening, Steve. How are you doing, Dennis? Martin, I am so glad I've quit most bad habits. Dodge temptation, have the odd binge if needed. Live like a saint 99% of the time. That's good. Good man. Matthew, the longer I have a break from it, for the worse the next binge seems to be. That's the problem. That's a kindling effect, you see. You start on it again, and then what happens is the withdrawals are worse. You don't have any hangover, you just go straight to withdrawal, and it can be horrific. But that's a good point that the longer you're off, the worse you are. Even after 8 years, I was off and came back straight away. You hooked again. Stoic Rick from Sober Start has gone too far this time. He's using one of his alternative accounts, Rab, to abuse alcoholics in his own community, even posting, "Have a pint" to warn YouTube need to step in now. That's not good. Thanks for that, Stoic. Samara, I certainly don't like members leaving all correspondence and telephone calls stop from so-called AA friends when you leave. Just my personal opinion. Interesting that, Samara. Yeah, they want you to be in that group. It's a bit of a cult, maybe, isn't it? Drink, Rick is a bad man. I haven't been to an AA meeting in some time, as I'm focused on CBT, DBT classes currently, which is more science-based. That's fair enough. But AA teaching reminds me that I'm always in danger of relapse. To be vigilant, that's fair. We're in danger of that. But the further you get away from that, the longer you're sober, the more you change your life, change your mindset, the better your life will become, and the less chance of relapse. That's just my opinion. Jonathan, good evening. How are you doing? Mark, I'm off to drink 16 years. Who went back in the booze now? It'd be like the road runner off a cliff. Same with me. I'll die. So what am I going to do? My life's too good. Much better, you know. Macaroni sounds like Jehovah's Witnesses. Not too dissimilar, I would have thought. David Young, I remember going to the AA. I didn't feel that ex-addicts were the right people to help me. Well, they are, actually. But while they were helping you, this is another thing. I was introduced to people they had been treating for 20 years. Right, I understand what you're saying there. But whether they can help you in that setting or not is a different thing, David. Brian, I see you, Brian. You watching rugby on TV, used to go and get absolutely stush. I bet, yeah. Any sporting event, any excuse, isn't it? And it was good at the time. When the match finishes, you think, oh, God, we'll carry on. Thanks, Brian. Martin, they knew better than to ask who I am today and start punching. Yeah, I understand, Martin. James Rogers, what causes relapses? Receiving bad news? Could be all sorts of things, to be honest. One of the major ones I had was feeling well again, I think, James. Feel okay, feel I can get on top of it, feel like I just have one, want to be part of the game, as it were, because it's a big thing in life, especially in the UK, isn't it? It's what most people do after work, what most people do at the weekend. And we follow like sheep, don't we? So, James, lots of reasons people relapse. It's not just bad news, good news. I used to drink when I was happy, so I was never really sad, really. I've always been quite a happy person, so I drink, I've had a good day, I'll have a drink. You know, and even when you've been off for a while. Hello, Catherine. Hope you're well. Nice to see you. Mark, Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormons, whatever gets you sober is good. Just don't give them any money. Good point. Yeah, don't give them any money. They can be quite intense sometimes, but look, as I said, if it works for you, then give it a go. But yeah, what causes relapse? The cravings can cause relapse. You fancy a pint, get bored, or you just think, oh, there's something on TV I want to watch, I want to relax, I want to listen to a bit of music. Everything seems better in your mind when you're drinking, but actually it's the other way around. Everything's much better when you're sober. You've got to believe me on that one if you're not quite sober yet. Everything's better. Because I'll say it again. I'll not play it again, Sam. That's the line. Say it again. That, there's only one thing I can't do, and that's drink. And I don't want to do that. And remember how when you're drinking, you can't do anything, can you? You don't feel like doing anything. That's the thing. How do you attend social events and refrain? How many weeks sober and won't be going anywhere soon? Focus on being sober. Focus on how well you feel. Focus on how poorly you're going to be. And it's going to affect your longevity. And life soon creeps up on you, Stop worrying about things. Live your life. If you're on the booze, you get anxiety, you worry about things, you get into a mess. So, focus on that. Look after yourself. That's the best way. Social events. Don't go even if you're feeling edgy. Wait until you're totally sober. Vic, the worst for me is the temptation to drink when on holiday abroad. Understand where you're coming from. Because you're away from society, see? Something different. But if you do that, you're going to end up, if I did that, I'd go abroad a lot. I would end up just drinking the bars. I'd end up in this cycle again. So I don't want to do it anymore. That's the crucial point you need to get to. You don't want to drink anymore. Urban Trick Howdy, just saw your comment. Hope you're also doing well. Dennis, I'd lose so much good in my life to just have a few, to get back the social part. 100% not worth it, never going back. Yeah. Same with me. I wouldn't want to risk anything for what is basically poison. We've got 50 people on now. I hope you benefit from these lives. There's no monetization on them, so if you'd like to help us out, support the channel in some way, then please hit the super chat button or the buy me coffee link, which is on the right. As I say, they're not monetized, these lives. They're doing pretty well. Well, they've always done well, but, some days are better than others, I think, if you keep it moving. Notion boredom is the worst thing. Fear of missing out, definitely. But you're not missing out on anything, really. You'd feel much better next day. Concentrate. Make sobriety your priority. That's the thing. Drink urbanized. I'm doing great. Started cycling now. I've been in nature many times now. That's good. Well done, Trinker. Stoic. The answer to what causes relapse is simply complacency, definitely, and feeling good as well sometimes. Really does. Samara Rick from Sober Starts doesn't get A last time he turned with a couple of spark plugs in the flat tire. Urban, I can't recall if I've shared this helpful acronym to repeat when suffering a craving. Sober, stop, observe, breathe, expand, resist. Also respond, relax, reframe. Yeah, reframe everything. And try and relax a bit. Just refocus, isn't it? Macaroni, it's better to do nothing than to drink again. 100% agree with that. Every morning after drinking, I would have done anything to go back to the problems I'd had the day before. Because problems are multiplied when you're drinking. That's the thing. Hey, Luke, my new truck driving job is very demanding and stressful. I've never wanted to drink so much, but I daren't drink the night before work in case I'm over the one morning. Yeah, look after your health, certainly look after your job, your well-being, your finances. It's very important. There's nothing important about drinking. It should come last in your list of priorities. It should come nowhere near, even in your mind eventually. I don't get any voices saying have a drink. It's well gone now. Martin, unfortunately, music has always sounded better when I've been under an influence. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Martin. Definitely. So I love music. I've been in a band. But I must say that I've put a £9,000 sound system in my classic M535i, almost close to the edge. There you go. You got plenty of money there. Invested in that. Why do you want to waste it all? Okay, when cravings hit, I just relive the last relapse in my mind. Very powerful. Yeah, that's what I do. Relive how ill I was. I think that's the best way to do it, isn't it? Because I was, really, really touch and go. 55 people now doing really well. Please support the channel if you want to, and hope it's beneficial to you. Hit the super chat button or the buy me coffee links on the right there. And the more support we get, the more we do. Get some more people sober, which is the end result we need, isn't it? Okay, when cravings hit, I just relive the last relapse. 100%. It's really good, that. Okay. Nose chain, play it forward. Imagine how you will feel the next day. Play the tape forward. That's a good one. Trying to hit the likes, not the shorts, please. So, share helps the channel spread. Definitely, yeah. Hit the like button. Have a look at the videos. There's lots of videos on there. I did a really good one, but it looks good. It's got a lot of views about the 6 o'clock drinking after night duty and things like that. I think I went swimming today. It was 5 years ago since I done that. Well done. Good for you as well, isn't it? So, Martin, one of the blokes who saved my life was a radio DJ. He's 9 years drinking drugs free, still travels the country doing gigs. His music and creativity is even better since recovery. Everything's better, isn't it? Everything's better. Leslie, when I was a child, I remember charging around on my bike at the shop. I remember them. I never got one, but they're good bikes, weren't they? And then rushing into the kitchen and telling my mother I was really thirsty. She'd give me a big glass of orange juice. Yeah, it's like another craving, isn't it? It's much better to relive that, isn't it, in your mind? Urban, agreed. That's why I must wait a while longer before we go into a concert again. Listening to Led Zeppelin. Yeah, it does make a difference with music, but that's just a small part of life, isn't it? Concert on the major part of life, which is your health. Macaroni, I started swimming again recently as well. Good. I did a little bit of swimming when I was in South Africa, actually. Really good. In Zimbabwe. Swimming at night, incredible experience. As I remember the pleasure. You would, yeah. Super Shed, my sobriety is my priority and was asked when I first came into recovery, are you prepared to go to any lengths to get sober and keep sober? And that was 17 years ago and still sober. There, any lengths. You have to be committed to that, don't you? You really do. Well done, Super Shed. Catherine, I'm feeling much better already. I'm keeping myself busy. Get busy relaxing as well. Can't believe how much better I feel. It's a totally different life, isn't it? Compared to the drinking life. Martin, all the best and stay strong. One and all, I am on my to Wrexham to visit my child. Stay winning. Cheers, Martin. Keep popping in and drive safe, yeah. Craig, good evening, Steve. How are you doing, Craig? Good to see you. So it's good to get about 50 people on a Saturday. But ideally, I'd like to get up to 100. Get some support in and out and do some more lives, maybe longer lives, and maybe subjective ones, but put a particular subject in. Because it's very, very important, this. Still going strong, Craig. Well done. So it shares our recovery comes before anything and everyone, so that anything and everyone we love will never have to last again. Definitely. You've got to keep sobriety a priority. As you have gulping it down, now I feel the same about water. I enjoy the sensation of quenching thirst rather than drinking large quantities of alcohol. Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's why I like these zero Guinnesses, because I think, just have a cold one of those, really good, really good. It makes you feel much better. Johnny Maxwell homemade chicken vegetable soup has helped me stop drinking. On my 8th evening, I'm obsessed with nutrition now. That's good. Get yourself obsessed with something healthy. Well done, Johnny. Nice to see you. I don't know if you're new on here, but welcome if you are. Which led to losing my liver. Yeah, you can't risk anything. Can't risk anything at all. Okay, for growing the channel, I recommend posting multiple daily TikToks as well. So you need one to go semi-viral to grow the channel. Yeah, thanks, okay. I've just started doing that actually. Putting a few bits on TikTok. Trying to get a few people over here and get some support, get some super chat in, and grow as big as we can. Really. Jenny, eating healthy definitely helps. Well, it's good focus as well, isn't it? To start cooking and keep yourself fit. Nothing better, is it? Nothing better than feeling good. I saw it the other day. I thought I feel really good. I actually felt well enough to go for a little jog. Nobody saw me, thankfully, but I used to run a lot. I'm going to start doing that. I mean, I never thought I could do that. I never thought I'd ever get in the gym again. I never thought I would get out of hospital in 2019. So on a great time, 70s and 80s, used to go all day exploring fields, building camps without a care in the world, not scared of strangers, drinking water from hose pipes, no bottled water. We were just talking about that somebody the other day, about how life was so much freer, wasn't it? And now it's all, keep the kids indoors. It's crazy. Catherine, Johnny, I made leek and potato soup the other day. I really enjoyed it. It's all good stuff, this, isn't it? Once you get sober, then you have to work on your sobriety. And food is definitely a massive factor. And exercise. Exercise is number one, I'd say, after stopping the drinking. Thomas Brennan, hi Tom, it's simple. When you're young, drinking was all a laugh, and when you're old, it's deadly. Yeah, you're right. It's age. I think it is. catch up with you. So I said, sorry, I would not recommend anyone drink zero alcohol-free drink as you are hanging onto your drinking life. You have to let go. Good point, Super Shadow. Good point. Chicken lips, hello mate. Keep on going. Keeping on. Will do, chicken. Thanks for that. Macaroni. Rediscovering the interests that you had as a child can help too. Reminding yourself that you had fun before you ever had the alcohol. Much more fun. I feel better now than I did when I was 24 because I was drinking then. I felt terrible the next day. I don't know about you, but I had horrendous hangovers. Dan the man, hi Stephen, another live. Good on you, mate. Keep it up. Peace to everyone here. Cheers, John. Hi, John. Yeah, we could do them more if we've got some support. You know what to do to support. It's nice to see you on here. It's nice to have a chat as often as you can, really. Please, people, let them do your blood work. Alcoholics often don't have enough vitamins. That's very true. Very true. Okay, so I said I agree, but it's different strokes for different folks. Well, yeah, well said. Brian, hi Brian. I had a vivid drinking dream last night. Woke up feeling terrible, quite guilty. It's horrible, isn't it? I don't get them as much now. I did initially. It's really bad, the one that do those drinking dreams. Johnny Maxwell, it's about trying to distract cravings with healthy nutrition. Alcohol dehydrates the body big time. That's my point. Definitely. You're right. Drink plenty of water, eat well, and you'll recover much faster. Craig, Steve, do you have any advice now that I've quit alcohol? My anxiety seems worse. Just, I don't know how long you've been off it, Craig, but just basically you'll have to work on that yourself. It should come naturally. If it doesn't, then, well, drop me a text on this number. I'll have a chat with you about. Because not anxiety can be linked to other things, But mine was only alcohol related, my anxiety. So, yes, I remember wanting to drink like cowboys and saloon bars, nothing about whiskey like water. Well, I certainly did get my wish when I grew up, unfortunately. That's be careful what you wish for, isn't it? Yeah. Stoic, know what they're talking about. Yeah, understand. Vitamin B1, thiamine, especially important. I agree with that one. Get some if you can. AK, I'll pass me plenty of water and walk for fresh air. I don't understand why people don't agree with alcohol-free beer. You might as well argue with people with apple juice if it's alcohol-free cider. Yeah, see, I mean, I say horses for courses, isn't it? Horses for courses. Magnesium also is good for recovery. I didn't know that. So, is there any reason for that particularly? I know thiamin's something to do with the brain, isn't it? Mark, 80s, 90s, growing up, Atari Commodore 64, climbing trees, building the tree houses, out all day until dark without any food. Those were the days. The last time I was truly happy. My childhood. People were much more healthy then, weren't they? Oh, thanks to Urban Angst for that sort of chat. Urban Angst said, nice donation from her. Keep it up. Yeah, we'll do. Let's all keep it up and let's keep sober. Let's keep healthy. Let's keep supporting each other, supporting the channel, make it bigger and more successful. And you'll all benefit from this. I hope you will. That's the reason I'm doing it, because I'd hate to see anybody get to the point that I was, which was basically on my deathbed, you know what I mean? But you don't want that, do you? You don't want to be ill because of it. You want to be top of your game. Move up another level. I've noticed I've been able to do that, move up another level in my life. Just be a bit more, a bit cleverer, a bit more switched on. Because your brain will work better. Thanks, Urban Angst, for that. We'll keep it up. Mark, I'm content now, sober, but far from happy. Yeah, that's something else to work on, but at least you're sober. You should be happy to be alive, really. I am, anyway. But I take your point, Mark. Johnny, my vivid dreams, anxiety, trying to get to sleep is a problem. Yeah, it can be initially, but you will get that'll turn a corner on that. You'll turn a corner on that one. Lisa, well done for your achievements. Thanks, Lisa. Craig, Morty and Steve, appreciate advice. No problem, Craig. Mark, thanks, Steve. Your channel is very helpful. No problem, Mark. I hope we're doing some good. Stoic, to Leslie, alcohol-free alcohol looks, smells, and tastes like that which almost took our lives, which hurt our loved ones. So why would you want to associate with that which you despise? Like I said, sorry, I think it's horse for course. There's never done me any harm, but I understand it will do some people harm, or some people might even go back to booze, which is not good. I mean, if you want to be completely purist about it, definitely get away from it. Definitely. Up any anxiety and major depression is sometimes the body expressing what the mind refuses to face. Anxiety. I never had depression until the end when I wasn't getting any better, but not depression, I had anxiety about everything. Going to big shops, driving on motorways, all that sort of thing. Nerves about driving over bridges, walking over bridges, walking totally. I was going to fall over. I couldn't cross the road. It's just a joke. I thought I was going to collapse. Drinking melatonin will help. I take it. Right? I didn't know that. That's a good one. Look, alcohol is the gateway to hell. It certainly is, man. There's a song in there. The Highway to Hell by AC/DC. Mock sobriety unfortunately doesn't get rid of our ongoing problems. Life is pretty shit. But hey ho, at least we don't have to worry about the full-time job of alcoholism. Exactly. It's a full-time job plus overtime alcoholism, isn't it? It never stops. Yeah, we'll look at that. If you would like to support the channel, like I say, you know what to do. Hit the super chat button or the Buy Me Coffee link. It all helps to keep the channel running at a pretty good level. I think it's very useful for people, useful for me as well. Thanks, Mark. I'm at 15 months sober and still resentful that the pink cloud had to live. After I celebrated 1 year, I found myself asking what I have to deal with life sober. Yeah, life sober is much better than it. Yeah, I understand. Lift, yeah, got you. Pink cloud had to lift. It's true that they've been out. Yeah, very well said. Brian, one bottle bin gets taken now, mostly empty. It used to look like we had a wedding. You're a Brahma, Brian. I come up with some great level lines, man. Yeah, it felt like you had a wedding or a small nightclub in your basement. The noise for putting in the skip. The bottles. Jesus. Halfpenny food is so expensive. There's nothing to spare for drink. Stephen will get more customers, I'm sure. Thanks, Halfpenny, for that. Food, it can be that the cost of living is going up everywhere, isn't it? And it's not going to be helped by the present conflict in the Middle East, is it? That's not particularly good, is it? Yeah, it's interesting about the bottle bin. Gets taken now mostly empty, and it used to look like you've had a wedding. Yeah, people say maybe had a party. No, I never on my own. And there's days I could get rid of the bottles. They're so heavy in the bin bag. They used to split the bin bag sometimes. It's horrendous what we went through. And I think this man said the full-time job of alcoholism. It never stops. The deceit, the hiding of the bank statements and the booze, and trying to have a few mints before he went home, and his clothes in the old days smelling of smoke because he'd been in the pub with smokers, and it just went on and on. The stress levels of drinkers must be higher than that of a fast jet pilot. That's so much stress as a drinker. Absolutely incredible. Mark, life isn't easy sober, but it's definitely harder drunk. Yeah, it is much more difficult drunk, isn't it? Or even just in the alcoholism cycle, it's much harder. Keep your head positive, always 100% better to be sober. It is 1,000% better sober. Wars don't pay for themselves, or do they? No, definitely not. Things will rocket in price. Profiteering as well. Every Sunday I look at promotions on food now. It's a good hobby. I save money on food now. Yeah, you can divert your thoughts to other areas, can't you? Another quote I often use is, "There is no life problem that alcohol can't make worse." I like that one, yeah. It doesn't make anything better, does it? So I'm 15 years sober now, at the age of 63. Unfortunately, I'm reaping the whirlwind of the physical effects of alcoholism. In the past, as my health declines, I wouldn't be here, though, if I was drinking. Nor me, someone. Just Matt, greetings, mate, following me for quite a while. Nice to see you, Matt. How are you doing? I'll play that's really smart drinking. Yeah, looking for cheaper food, look for more healthy food. I mean, people say to me, "Oh, can't be bothered to prepare food. Get an apple, peel a banana." You know, people are so not those lot. I'm sure people in general say they can't eat healthy. You can. You got to be clever about it. Not even clever, just make an effort. You have to make an effort with your life to get sober and stay sober. Because I think when we're drinking, we just strive for mediocrity and don't really want to better ourselves. Because we can't in some cases. Because the illness, the disease, or the addiction takes you right down. You can't deal with it. Mark, well done. 15 years is amazing. It's absolutely incredible, isn't it? 15 years. Super Shell is 17 years. Some, a lot of longevity in sobriety there, which is brilliant. So I said there is no right way or wrong way of help keep sober, as long as you do not pick up the first drink, even if you walk around with a chicken on your head. I do not judge. Fair enough. Thanks, David, for that coffee. Really, really appreciate that. Any support is most welcome. Keeps the channel running at full speed, as it were. We've still got 50 people on, which is brilliant. Nathan, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone is doing well. You're not never late. Never late. Thanks, Nathan. When I was drinking all the time, I used to eat noodles and pizza. Just eat anything, don't you? Or penny buy one, get one free deals. Waste some time in the stores being smart about it. Definitely. You tend to splurge money when you're drinking, don't you? Because you can't be bothered to look around the shops. You can't bother to cook anything. Trying to exactly so about one day at a time, though. Definitely one day at a time. You're never out of the mire. Really, you've got to be really focused. Next summer with you on my brother. I'm 55 and 11 years sober. Have I ruined my health and major surgery left me disabled, but I'm alive? Yep, that's it. You're alive. That's the main thing. Good message there. Mark, I gave alcohol 25th of June 2009. Fucking dying for weeks. Look at the ceiling for 3 days. Nice, no sleep at all. That's a long time. 2009. You've been sober for a long time. It's great when you can look back and think, wow, all those years I've been sober. When you come from a position of where you couldn't get sober for an hour, and then you've suddenly been sober for years. Nathan saves so much money not wasting it on booze. I love and find peace in looking after the garden, especially when we have a rare sunny day. Nice one. Brian, hi Brian. Staying off alcohol is the hardest thing I've ever done, and me. And that includes assembling IKEA furniture. Yeah. There is no easy way to do that furniture, is there? It's an absolute nightmare. IKEA furniture. I remember getting, I don't know if anyone's ever done this before, getting a day bed, which like it's just a bed and 2 arms, I think it was called. What a nightmare that was. Absolute nightmare. Trying to put that together. Really bad. It was impossible, basically, to do it. IKEA furniture. Craig, copy out. Thanks for about the Sun newspaper. Oh, thanks. I put an article on there. Did an article in the paper, yeah, about the alcoholism. Jason, hi Steve. Hope you're well. Went to B&M today and saw Frosty Jack sign. Almost picked up. That's fair. That's good, Jason. Keep out with the Frosty Jack. Lots of thinking 1990. How did starting drinking alcohol affect friendships? Did you lose old friends? Not really. Just the ones that were my drinking friends got very jealous of the fact that I got sober and my life improved, to be fair. So you just got to, naturally, they'll just disappear. Your real friends will stick with you. Tomorrow, Mixmas, well done, mate. Mixmas, well done, mate. Isn't life great without alcohol? At least you stopped. Otherwise, things could be a lot worse. Yeah, we've stopped and we've done brilliantly to have stopped. Because if we hadn't, we wouldn't be here, would we? Few of us would not be here. We'd be 6 foot under or melted down and all that kind of stuff. So you've got to realise that, that it's a fantastic achievement to be sober, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. And it's horrendous when you're in this cycle of boozing, waking up, panicking, that sort of thing, and you cannot look back. Yesterday's gone, isn't it? So we said I'm 70 years old now and never expected to see 55, nor me. One of the rewards for me is to be close to my granddaughter and son, 6 grandchildren, 2 great grandchildren. That's fantastic. It's great news, that. See how life goes on. Better when you're sober. Thinking 1990, what hobbies did you pick up with all in your free time? Mainly go to the gym again and start a new relationship. I just have a better life, really. Had lots of things to do. I can fill my time in with listening to music and things like that and reading a bit and whatnot. Just cooking as well. Cooking's a big thing. I'm quite a good cook. I had to be because my ex-wife didn't do any. So I learned to cook quite and just enjoy my life, really, basically. Thanks, 1990, for that. Jason, yeah, reminds me of horrific withdrawal from my 20s. Evil stuff should be banned. Yeah, agreed. But there's so much tax receipts from it, isn't it? So much money goes in. Johnny, all my friends or were drinkers, I've had to build a life apart. Yeah, same with me, really. If you go in the pub and speak to them, they don't want to speak to you anyway. They're talking rubbish. Um, Lisa Hobby, the simple pen writing, release your thoughts onto a paper instead of holding on to thoughts. The power of writing is surreal. Oh, sorry, the power of writing is surreal. It's a good point, yeah. Write people some letters, do something, anything to keep you off the booze. That's a good point, Lisa, about writing things down. Urban, at the age of 55, I'm finally at peace with having to finally learn to cook from scratch. It's the only way to control what's actually in the food I eat. It's true that you know what's in it, don't you? And it's so much cheaper than restaurants. A restaurant's ridiculous. But remember, well, Scarlett bought 3 copies. Thanks so much, Scarlett. It's fantastic. The messages. Thanks, Stephen, and everyone for that. It's really good. That. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Just going to find that message again. I'll read that from Scarlett. Let me find it on here. Yeah, get cooking. Scarlett says, thanks, Stephen, and everyone here for your support. Nearly 3 months sober. Good shout out to Scarlett there. 3 months, fantastic news. Well done. Keep going on it. But I mean, it's all about the mindset. You just have to try and keep on that positive level. Exercise, a good diet, definitely. Samara, like home cooking, creating something from scratch, very rewarding. It is good. So we don't rise to the standards we have when others are watching. We fall at the standards we have when no one is watching. The only work that really matters is the work that no one sees. Good point. I think in 1990 I found friendships to be the hardest thing about quitting drinking. That was an unexpected change. Yeah, but you've got to look after yourself. They'll walk away from you and leave you in a mess. So keep sober. Proudly, yeah. Johnny, okay, so that's my mindset. Is working for me. So it shows you who you really are rather than who you say you are. Congratulations on the paper, Steve. Thanks, Stoy. Stoy, great comment. Nathan, how are you doing, Stephen? Keeping well? Very well. Thank you. Best ever, actually. Mark Ronnie, replace drinking with something that requires your attention, like cooking or reading a book or film. Alcohol shortens your attention span. Alcohol shortens your life. Your longevity is knackered if you drink. Because it causes so many other things, you know. And I'd like to say thanks for the people who support Scarlett and such like. And, you know, any support is fantastic. Well, Brian just bought some coffee. Thanks again, Brian. Massive support of the channel. I never thought I'd enjoy spending Saturday night on a live stream promoting sobriety. No, me, Brian. It's incredible, isn't it? It's a very good message that I never thought I'd enjoy spending Saturday night on a live stream promoting sobriety. Somebody told me that, 10 years ago. I said, that's a load of bollocks. But here we are. Cheers, Brian, for that. And cheers, Scarlett and Urban for donations. Makes a massive difference to the channel. That's sad. Replace drinking with something that requires attention. Definitely the cooking thing. I've done that. I'm not really a big reader, but I'll get there. That's very true. So I took a photo of me 3 days after I came in recovery 17 years ago, and I look older then as I do now. Also, cuts, black eyes from hitting the pavement head first. Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? I've got some photos of me 5-6 years ago. I look 81, 80 plus. It's horrendous. Pinocchio, hot pennies reading. Workplace, I quit. I'm worried about my younger brother. How do you stop after so long of drinking every night? It's not easy as just stopping one night. I didn't know that before. Word, text me on this number. I'll have a look at the videos. They've all got descriptions on with a link. And I'll have a word with them, yeah. Nathan, I was told a heavy drinker would take a maximum of 20 years of your life. Easily, if you're a problem drinker. 20 years. But remember, plus you feel ill. But remember, trouble is boozers everywhere. It's so common. It is bigged up when you're younger. It is a rite of passage. It's not good when you're on that slippery slope at all. Lisa, how much can you run? When you was young, you did. Why are you not doing it now? I could run a marathon. I've done a marathon before. Because I lost my health, so I'm building it up. My strength is building up. I could swim miles. I was a county swimmer as well. Very, very fit. That's why I'm still alive. I was super fit. I'm getting super fit again. Well, every time you grow, something in your dies, your comfort zone, your old identity, the version of you that couldn't handle what you now can. That's very true. No, Chen, God, the mystery bruises I used to wake up with. Yeah, where'd they come from? Urban. They said, hope it took me a while to see that journaling is very effective to make sense of complex thoughts and emotions. Writing and reading one's thoughts enters the brain at a different angle. Good point. Um, that is a very powerful message from Super definitely. So, not the first time I went on a deep sea trawl at crab boats and marine salvage vessels. So for 9 years, then out of the blue, horrific news, and back in the drink alcoholism was knocking on the door. I bet you made a few quid on that on the crab boats. Word, please. Okay, cool. Thanks. No problem. The numbers are in there. Hoping my sister just quit. She's making it look easy. It's not easy. You know it's not easy. Cousin, that's true, Stephen. It's because you were so fit for sure. Yeah, I didn't smoke and I was sort of fit. Anybody who survives this has got to be tough. And we're all tough here. Even to come on here, you've got to be tough to open up because it's horrific. That question for us for everyone. Oh, I see, right, okay. So they all run when younger. Bring it back, please. Good point, listen. Hi, Stoic. Thanks very much for that super chat. Great support there again. From Stoic. Thank you, Stoic. Keep up the good work, Stephen. You're helping lots of people. Life truly starts when we stop. We are not our addictions. We all deserve a good life. I like that, yeah. We do. We deserve a good life because it's too short, isn't it? Life's too short. Thanks, Stoic, for that. It really helps the channel. It boosts the channel, and every like, subscribe, and super chat and coffee makes a massive difference. Yeah, we all deserve a good life. I like that, and we do. Why do we spoil it with booze, don't we? That's a problem. So yes, you will find out it's difficult to stay sober, Hot Penny. Yeah, no one will find it really easy, Hot Penny. It's not an easy thing to do. It's very difficult to do, and it's it's a hard game. That's right. But you got to do this the same yourself. If she can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can all do it. And Story can do it, and Samara can do it. People have been on here for super. Shell 17 years. It's incredible, isn't it? And you look younger and fitter than you did 7 years ago. I certainly do. And the people I've left behind who are still in Weatherspoons today, probably tomorrow and Monday, their health is declining so fast. It's quite sad to watch. I haven't been anywhere, done anything. Think about the future. Think about what you want to achieve, when you're younger, all that sort of thing. Mixed addiction is always waiting in the wings, ready for the slightest mistake. It is, man. You're right there. Staying sober is a full-time job. It takes far less work than active addiction. There's nothing as difficult as active addiction. I'd rather go to the moon and back up a rope. It's incredibly difficult. I tell you, I watched. Might be interesting for some of the people into fitness. Is the SEAL teams in America, how they train? Jesus. I mean, I've trained hard in the police, but this lot, wow, so fit. I think Stoics in the fitness, isn't he? Have a look at that. It's quite a good documentary about SEAL teams. Mark, it's easier to open up to strangers. I'm a bit of a closed book with the people who know me. This channel helps me greatly. That's a good point, yeah. It's non-judgmental, this. We're all in the same boat, aren't we? All in the same boat, hoping not to sink, basically, aren't we? That's the thing. We have to be very mindful of that. That's all we'll say. Hopefully not to come back. It won't come back if you're careful. Then you make an effort. And you've got to focus on that. And keep the cravings down by doing other things. And I said, keep your mind of it. Have something to eat, go for a walk, cold shower, change your mindset somewhat if you can do that. I mean, has anybody got any particular tips on how to knock back the cravings? I'd be interested to find out from other people what they did or what they do to stop the cravings. Might I be ashamed to even tell my wife how disturbing my childhood and family was? Some things, don't need to be said. I understand where you come from now. Nathan, every day we keep sober is a victory. It is, mind. Massive. Brian, thanks for your support there, Brian. I went to a therapist and admitted that my main addiction was now rich tea biscuits. I have a copy of a letter to my doctor from him saying this was not his specialism. Oh, God. It's funny that, Brian. Rich tea biscuits. Jesus. Thanks again, Brian, for your support throughout. and everybody else for coming on. So right, you're definitely looking younger when I saw your photograph in the paper. I thought it was an advertisement for Grinder, Man of the Month. Yeah, I like it. I know all about black women tomorrow. It was a format advert for Grinder. I'll get the cowboy hat on next week. Only sometimes anonymous friends are just what we need. Yeah, I think we're more than anonymous. We thankfully know each other a little bit on here, which is good, isn't it? It's nice to have some support, I think. Thanks for me swimming at the local pool in winter and the ocean with swimming in the summer. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? We're doing all these things now. I mean, I've just come back from Africa with my partner. What a place. I couldn't have done that when I was drinking. Started yesterday. I've read David Goggins' books, That Man is a Machine. A good man, too. A good read. I train every other day, 1 hour weights, 30 minutes cardio. Good man. Yeah, I've started to do that every day. Getting fit. There's nothing better than feeling fit. I'll penny here, Mark. Cowboy hats, yeah. So we said, Korsakoff's dementia can be a big issue when continuous heavy drinking causes the brain to shrink, and there is no cure even if you pack up drinking. Right? That's horrific, isn't it? So horrific. Strike the banter with Exo and Steve. Yeah, it's all about forces mentality, isn't it? Forces mentality. Fantastic, isn't it? Always a laugh, even in the face of adversity. He was telling me about something in the Navy, got the leg blown off, and he was coming back. It was a Fulton's guy who had a relative in the Met where I was, and he said, somebody said to him, your mother told you not to go on holiday. He lost off his leg, even though he was fighting for his life. Jonathan, it is indeed nice to get back into the gym, even though I am weak and slow right now. You've still got in there, though, haven't you? You've done it. You've got in there. You've got out of the hospital bed and got there. Somebody told me 6 years ago I'd be in the gym every day and traveling around the world. Well, not the world, but long haul, which I've done now. I wouldn't have believed them. I've saved so much money by not drinking. Nathan, what helps me is routine, and my life is the best it's ever been. I wouldn't go back for a second. No, you can't go back. That's the way you got to think. You wouldn't go back. Why go back and ruin your life again? Because we did ruin our lives, didn't we? Most have had careers cut short, lost money, lost people, lost our identity, lost our purpose, our light, or reason for living, really, through alcohol. Don't risk it. Next, I recently taken to geometric drawing. Find it relaxing, takes lots of concentration, but produces amazing results. Mindfulness becomes second nature. Love it, Max. That's a good one. Do you and XO come together to go to a restaurant and doing things together? Not yet. We're planning on it. Hatching a plan. Catherine, I read and I do jigsaws. I read and do jigsaws online. It helps me relax. That's good. Quizzes, things like watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's right. That's quite good. Steve, you how long so about was when you met your partner? If you don't mean how long sober was I? About 3 years, I think. Yeah. Just to get myself back to normal. I think I was in such a mess. So routine is massive. You can't do too little if you're doing something. That's a good point. It's still more than you did in addiction. Over time, we get stronger and fitter. Just don't give up. Hard at first, but we love it. Yeah, honestly, the hardest part is, the hardest part of the gym is getting in there, isn't it? But getting out again, you feel great, don't you? So satire and humour are a free commodity which actually improves your mental health, said the Fruit Loop submarine bloke. Yeah, you're right there. Always have a laugh. It's good for you, smile. Hopping, I think I'm taking my power and control back with a drink. How nuts is that? Crazy. Yeah, no, you're not. Don't give the addiction your power. Gareth, hey, Gareth from Dublin. Nice to see you. I hope everyone was well. I'm still sober since November, but this week has been the hardest week in a while. But keep going. Glad I checked in tonight. Thanks, Gareth. Gareth, if you need any advice on that, or I can help you. I've got quite a few people. Text me that number. Dublin, I found very expensive. We went last year for a wedding. It's the most expensive place in the world. It was more expensive than Paris. Couldn't believe the price in Dublin. Jeez. And the weather was poor. But it's got a nice atmosphere to it, I think, doesn't it? Really good. And they have Guinness Zero, which was on draft. Nose Chin. You're one of the good guys, Stephen. Thanks, Nose Chin. I appreciate that. believe we're all pretty good on here. We're doing a good job in keeping people focused, I think. Thank you, Gareth. Please stay sober. We are all here to support you. Yeah, 100%. It's a massive support network. We just need to get a few more people on, I think. Help some more if we can. So spread the word, like the videos, support the channel, get bigger. Well done, Gareth. Keep up the fight. Stay well. Yeah, keep pushing all the time. I know you get bored sometimes and you think, oh, I was at the pub, I could just think, oh, watch a bit of telly or listen to some music or just have a drink. But that one is the most dangerous drink. And, it's, as I said, every day, really. We haven't got the third option. We've only got two options with alcohol. One is to drink yourself to death, and the other is to stop forever. We've got no social drinking anymore. So the stopping forever is a massive emotional impact on people. So break it down into one day at a time. That's the thing. Lisa, it's the finest for everyone. Home spot running. You can all run and we start running on the spot. If you feel fretful about street running, start 10 minutes on the spot running. That's a good idea, Lisa. Yeah, I like that. Sorry, Gareth, for every hurdle we overcome, the stronger we get. Don't give up. You've shown great strength already and that you are stronger than the addiction. Don't regret a relapse, celebrate sobriety. Yeah, that's a good one. Keep moving up. Move up a gear. Gareth, thanks, gang. I really appreciate every one of you. Thanks, Gareth. Nathan, do you think it would help if alcohol companies were forced to advertise the potential damage you can do on your body, something similar that they do with cigarettes? I don't think it would make any difference, to be honest. People are aware of what it can do. So the only reason smoking has gone down a bit is because people can't smoke in public, I think. So I don't know anything about smoking, but I imagine that's the reason, and the price. So we shared there are a few of us on here who have been sober for many years, yet we still keep connected and to share our experience, strength, and hope. You're right. It's much better to work as a team. Safety in numbers, isn't it? Lisa, after that confidence come through, start street running. Thanks, Lisa. I'll take that on board. And anybody else who wants to start running, just do a little bit on the spot there, Lisa, and get a bit stronger. I fill my weekends now in with fun things to do, like meal prepping. There's time to spend for in the week. Yeah, keep busy. There's always something to do. Go tidy up, hoover, wash something, go for a walk, watch the news, keep with current affairs, that sort of thing. Put some music on, watch a bit of YouTube, learn how to do something, learn a new hobby. Just do not touch the drink. You know where the first drink's going to take you. And it would take myself and some more, a few others on here, straight to an early grave. So, Gareth, sending sobriety missiles to you from England. Definitely, yeah. I know what's happening around now. It's getting worse. Isn't it? Big scared. Sorry, sacred geometry, especially, is fascinating. You just inspired me to check online for a platonic solids colouring book. I don't know anything about this. Seems a bit quite technical, but sounds good. It keeps you off the booze, and it's good, isn't it? That's all you need to focus on. Keep off the booze and make sure that you concentrate on your life and your happiness. That's the key, isn't it? We all want to be healthy. We all want to be happy. We all want to have good days. Because there's nothing worse than feeling rough all the time. I've never feeling rough, Sacred geometry, especially in fascinating. Oh yeah, got senior urban on that one. Funny, I've never mentioned alcoholism to anyone until this channel started. It's great to reconnect with the community and maybe help in a small way. You'd help them massively. Samara, really good. Thanks for your input and your wisdom. Penny, I'm going to Lisa. I used to run 3 miles a day. Thanks for a reminder. Well done. Brian, can you imagine what Donald Trump would be like if he drank? Jesus. Wouldn't be here, would he? It's a good one, though. If he drank. I know his brother did. He doesn't drink, Trump. He's never drunk, has he? James, the ultimate cure would be having a social community, a purpose and hobbies that don't involve alcohol at all. Relapse happens when you feel isolated and bored. Definitely. That's a good point. Mix Super said, as you know, the weeks turn to months, which turn to years, but we'll always be one wrong choice from returning to hell. Yeah, very close to it. Keep involved with the recovery community is a must. 100%. Jim, ideally you need something meaningful to do and people to do it with. You need something that's more healthy than drinking, don't you? And that's not difficult to find because everything is better than drinking. Nathan, one drink would lead us all down that spiral again. We just need to say no. And if someone keeps pressuring you, they're not your friend. No, just ignore those bastards who try and get you on the booze again. But you do help, so yeah, massively help. Mark must go now. Stay sober, stay dry. Good evening, everyone. Cheers, Mark. Catch you later. Lisa, adult colour or adult paint by numbers, you would create art. You surprised how much of a distraction it is. When created, you feel so proud in your heart. That's good. Thanks, Lisa. If anybody wants to support the channel, please do. Coffee links on the right there, or the super chat button is on the screen somewhere. And as I said, don't monetize these lives. They work much better when there's no adverts on. I hope you agree with that. If you want to support us, please do. The painting by numbers thing for adults looks quite good. There's all sorts of things you can do. Do anything but drink. That's the message. Let's have a look at Mellotron's cube. So, cheers, Catherine. It's in our DNA to help others who are struggling. Definitely, because we know how bad it has been. Helping paint by numbers is very cool. It is. I think I would probably relapse without this community. That's amazing to say that. All of your support, all of you supported me, and I stayed so. That's a good endorsement. I like that one. If you just read that one there, that makes sense of all this channel, really. I would probably have relapsed without this community. All of you supported me, and I stayed sober. You can't get a better endorsement than that, can you? To be fair. But Ronnie, I'll try it. Creativity is a great outlet for stress. I used to play the guitar, a bass guitar. Mike, Stephen, Alcohol Free Lifestyle. How you doing, Mike? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Got to see a lot of people on. It's been another lively evening. So it looks like another day. I am getting my head on the pillow. So thanks. Sober. Thanks, Stephen, and everyone on here. Tonight I cannot stay sober on my own. Lovely message, Sober shared. I feel the warmth that we're getting from this, and I feel it's taken a bit of time, but we're getting to know each other well, which is really good. And just bring some more people in, I think, is the next thing we do. We support the channel, make it bigger, make it stronger. It's a huge boost to this and to everyone on here, to be fair. I think you all helped me last week when I was very down. It meant such a lot to me. I'm pleased with that, Catherine. Thanks. I think they want you help others too. Yeah, we all help each other, don't we? In some way, which is part of a good group. I'm determined to get a meeting together at some point. A physical meeting, as in everybody meets somewhere. Which is one first off one. We're all champions who can be the beacon of hope for the still suffering. Yeah, it is suffering, alcoholism, isn't it? That's what it is. It's a suffering. It's a torture thing. People don't realise how bad it is, do they? I didn't realise how bad it was. We don't, as a community, not us, I mean, as a nation, shall we say, take it seriously enough, do you? I think that we are like one great family. Well done, Trinky, right? We don't take it seriously enough. We need to focus on how bad it is. And let the people in the pub just do what they want to do. Get away from them, because they'll just bring you down. And also, I think when you get sober, you have a much more positive outlook on life. Hoping it's a safe space to be honest with people who know. Yeah, you're right. Because we all know how each other feels who've been there, you see. Macaroni community is so important. I'm starting to recognise a lot of the frequent names here. Yeah. You'll see quite a lot of regulars, but we need some other people as well, just to mix it up. Some of this community combined helps each other in some small way or another. Sometimes a few words bring so much warmth in others. You're right there. So I just want to say for everyone saying we help them as they're new in recovery or struggling, you help us too. We are all the same. One day your story will be a newcomer's inspiration. Yeah, I like that, yeah. It's good. Well, yeah, I'm really proud of you, Trinker. Proud of everybody. I'm proud of everybody, to be honest, who's coming on and have a chat. The ones who, are struggling, we'll help you get there. That's the priority, We can't have 99% success rate. It has to be 100. Everybody has to be so. That's the mission, as it were, if there is such a mission statement. Anyway, I'll say good night now. I'm going to have a bite to eat, and thanks to everybody. Thanks to the moderators, as always, Samara and Stoic. And I haven't seen Scooter fella. He hasn't been off for a while. But everybody else, and thanks to everybody who's put the super chat in and all the coffees. Fantastic, and keeps the channel running at good pace, keeps everything up to date, and we'll see you very, very soon. So let's all kick the shit out of our addiction. Good night, everyone. Well said. Cheers, macaroni. David, on a positive note, when you go for dinner, do you prefer beef, lamb, pork, chicken, or turkey? When a place called Rio restaurant, had loads of beef, gammon, chicken, lamb, everything. I prefer now chicken, I'd say. Good night to our family. Urban, an interesting note. In the 1970s, Donald Trump's brother Fred Trump Jr. became unable to function as a pilot due to his alcoholism, which contributed to his fatal heart attack. Well, at the age of 42. There you go. Thanks for that, Urban. Night all. See you from Mix. Have a good night, Stephen. Lisa, please take forward art and writing. Will do. Thanks, Stephen, and everybody. Please keep sober and happy. Will do, of course. Hot Penny, Lisa. Hello, greetings from Helsinki. We come at 7:30 tomorrow. So, sorry you got lost a little bit late. But is that somebody weary? I'm sure it is Vile. Villa Vasilati. I never really saw the name. Thanks for that. Thanks, Steve. The chat is the star of the show. Take care. God bless. Stay safe, and you. And we'll see you all hopefully tomorrow. Have a good Sunday. If anybody's got any spare cash, go for Sunday lunch and enjoy. That's what you want to do. Enjoy your life today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about the bills. Don't worry about anything like that. Because if it was your last day, you'd enjoy yourself, wouldn't you? Think about it like that. That's not being morose or anything. It's just true, isn't it? See you all soon, and good night, and God bless us this year. Catch you later. And thanks to everybody. See you soon.